Hello and welcome back to Leander98 channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at this 2022 Acura Integra A-Spec. This is not an OEM body and was printed just for this chassis. Taking a look at the car here, it was printed on my Anycubic Photon Mono X, printed all in one piece. In fact, this would be the car that started the multi-piece, as the mirrors, the antenna, and even the roof spoiler aren't a part of the original mesh and are actually just complete solid bodies attached to the model. Whereas my old models used to be all one mesh that was then solidified in Blender. So this car started a new trend. Whether or not it would be good or not, you could tell this by the fact that it has different wing mirrors. Yeah, the videos aren't in correct order of when they were made, but this car is at least known for having this.
For this specific body, I'll be running it on a 98mm long chassis with the G35 front clip on it. The main body that came on this chassis was the G35 and the 2005 Ford Mustang. But many cars in the street branded Xmods use this chassis length as well. I'm using this clip as my standard, as it is the shortest clip in length, so it makes bodies easier to model for. I'll be dubbing this the sedan/luxury coupe class, as this chassis has some length to it, and some SUVs may also fit on this chassis in case of not wanting to be moved to a full truck chassis. This chassis being on the longer side may cause it to understeer a bit if not handled correctly.
Putting the body on the scale, we see that we have a total weight of 42 grams in the body's totality. But if we take it to the balancing scales here, we got a split of 26 at the rear and 16 up front. So even though it weighs the same as the GTR from last episode, there's no spoiler making up that weight. So this car could be a slidey mess if not handled properly.
As we set the chassis down onto the scale, we see that the bare chassis itself with batteries weighs 190 grams. The front weight distribution is 48 grams on the passenger side and 39 grams on the driver's side. For the rear, it's 46 grams on the driver's side and 56 grams on the passenger side. Not the most balanced of chassis, but considering we take a lot more left-hand corners than right-hand corners, having more weight on the right-hand side might not be a bad idea. This chassis looks heavily modified in terms of its electronics, and it is. But nothing has been modified in terms of the voltage going to the motor, so it runs at a very healthy 18 kilometers per hour. The extra 3.7 volt LiPo that gets plugged in is directly into the receiver to fuel the steering servo, as the ESC tends to cut off the steering sometimes when it's hungry for voltage. The whole point of this is to run hobby electronics and use a proper controller instead of the junk OEM one.
Whoa, jeez. Gotta get used to the car's handling. Now we actually got some, gripping tires. Ooh. Ooh, come on. Oh! Oh, come on. Oh! Oh, and that's the end. Oh, that felt good. It felt like we lost power at the end, though. Nice. Alright, let's take a look at the timesheet. So for clarification, this car is technically not in comparison with the GTR that we ran last episode. Even though it is using the same chassis, we modified the tires. The tires on this one, we sanded them down, gave them some tread, as well as shaved off some of that smoothed over rubber. Sole purpose of that is that this car was just completely undrivable. No spoiler, no real weight at the back. Every time we went for that slight little right on the home stretch, it just spun out and barreled right into the wall. So, this chassis technically is void of any previous times. So, a pretty clean slate. But, yeah, well, this was also done for the fact that when people actually race cars, at least the RC cars, they don't use slippery tires. They use grippy tires. So, we're gripping around the course now. But if we take a look at our best time, we got a 7.998. Now, even though we did this on lap 2, so technically not lap 1 at least, we definitely noticed that the battery life was dying. And this might be because I am taking, well, specifically with this chassis, because of how the tires were previously, extended periods of practice time to make sure that I can deliver decent laps around the track. Because when I first started, the tires are cold, track's cold, it just slides. It's not good, it's terrible. But as the laps go on, tires warm up, motor loses power, batteries lose power, well, naturally there's more grip. But we decided to add that grip right away by sanding down the tires, so that way we could deliver fast times right away. So even though we got that 7.998, we do have a few low 8s, got an 8.1 at lap 8, an 8.2 at 16, so an 8.037 at 20, so even though we were losing power, we were still holding on pretty good. So, with that being said, hope you liked the video, and I'll see you in the next one. One last thing before we close here on this video. If you like the cars that you saw in this video, take a look at the link down in the description. It'll take you to my Cults 3D page where you can download the STL file for just $1. That $1 will get you a dummy chassis and the body in resin printing and FDM plastic printing as well. This way, so that you can print it whether or not you have a plastic printer that you want to use for racing, or maybe you got a resin printer that you want to use extra detail for. Either way your taste, you can download the car that you saw in this video today on my Cults 3D page that's down in the link in the description below. If you liked the video, please hit the like button, and if you're new, subscribe for more RC driving content here. That's quite a few different things that we do on this channel here, so I apologize if it's never one exact thing. Until next time, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye. Ooh. Whoa, jeez. Gotta get used to the car's handling. Now we actually got some, gripping tires. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, come on. Oh! Oh, come on. Oh! Oh, and that's the end. Oh, that felt good. It felt like we lost power at the end, though.